how many times have you guys failed at business or at your idea and was like, crap, maybe this was a bad idea? Because you guys can't sit here and tell us that you guys have been 10 for 10 or 100 for 100, 100%.
1,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so it's been 10 years of me learning, growing, implementing, failing, figuring things out. I don't know what it is, and I've heard it several times. Like 10 years is that freaking rule, man. Like it seems like that's the thing.
Struggle.
And so it was just like looking at how long it really takes to really grow and figure things out. Because I mean, I grew up in a super blue collar family. I was, go to the W-2. If you're making X amount of money a week or a month or whatever, you're doing great, and stash it away, kind of a thing. And great fundamentals, but I'd never been introduced to entrepreneurship in any way, shape, or form until I was 25.
So I want to get back to the real estate thing, because you were saying earlier that you were nominated, or did you win the...
No, it's top 40 of all of Idaho for...
Influencers?
Yeah, I've always been doing stories. I don't post a ton. I should post more, but I'm always heavy on stories. So I'm always present throughout the day.
So both of you guys are like just go all the time, it seems like, right?
Oh, gosh.
Do you guys ever take time for yourselves or individually?
I do not disturb after 7 o'clock. Like that's family time. Yeah, I can still get notifications. I can get those things, and I choose not to have anxiety over it. I put it on do not disturb my phone. So no emails, no texts, nothing until like 7 o'clock the next morning. Cool. So I'm like, okay.
But how do you not burn out? Right? Because burnout seems to be the key word these days.
I don't have a secret answer, man. I don't have it all figured out. I don't know what exactly that looks like. I think some of that has to do with a mindset shift of being grateful for that struggle. And I saw a really good quote from a guy who recently he was a pilot and flew F-22s and stuff. And he was like, he was saying pressure is guaranteed, but stress is optional. And I think if we can look at some of those things as it's like, I got some pressure, I got some things to figure out, but man, I used to hope and pray for this kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, let's get after it.
Welcome to the most influential podcast in the Treasure Valley, at least for this week. This is the Synergy Code Podcast. I'm Tyler Reckla.
I'm Brandon Johnson.
He's doing it anyway. This week, we have two very special guests with us, Connor and Danielle. They are successful entrepreneurs, business and relationship developers here in the Treasure Valley. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, no, first and foremost, guys, thanks a bunch for having us on. And it's always awesome to hang out and just share, experiences and stuff. But Connor, born and raised here in the Boise area. Last several years, worked for a private equity commercial real estate firm that specialized in self-storage. Did the whole chops situation and cut the chops in podcasting and different things too. So it's kind of cool being able to see everybody else's setups and everything. But Danielle and I, we've been looking for, real estate and businesses to buy and start and all the different things. So we've done so many different things, but recently, last several months, ended up purchasing a company and been rocking and rolling with that. And got a number of different things that we've done, from like getting patents done on certain garments and cigar trays, creating those kinds of things, doing all kinds of different random stuff. Yeah. So tons of different experience outside of just corporate world, growing, building, developing teams, all that stuff. Super grateful to have, had that experience in the background and been a part of some of those things. So really exciting stuff and cool to see some of those companies happening here in the Boise area. It's usually stuff that you're seeing in different kinds of cities and towns and things. But super grateful, blessed, and great to be here with my wife, Danielle. You're up. Now it's your shot.
Tell us about you.
See, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done. No pressure.
Yes, Danielle. Right now, I am currently a real estate agent for a custom home builder. I also work with investors. And so on two ends of the spectrum, one like $1 million+ and the other one's like fix and flips and things like that. I came from corporate world working for a private equity firm, mainly in commercial real estate. And I made a switch last year to residential and just absolutely loving it.
Good switch.
I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. I've been in the Valley for 31 years, so not born and raised, not a true Idahoan, but I call myself an
We'll
Idahoan.
accept, yeah.
30 years.
They say after 10, you're good.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm an Idahoan then.
He's got a few years yet. So,
5. You're from Oregon.
Oh, no.
but not really. No, I'm from Delaware County. It's Idaho. It's Idaho.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, just living the dream in the real estate realm right now, learning a ton, growing a ton. Really excited for. I love people moving in. It's a love-hate relationship, but I'm really here for it. So
why the switch over from the commercial side to the residential?
honestly, travel. So I was with a private equity firm I was working for. Majority of their assets were in the New England area. And so I'd have to travel quite a bit and took away from, we have 3 kids that 15, 13, and 11. So their sports schedule was a lot. I didn't want to always rely on him and my parents. So it was, just kind of made that switch. And
yeah, sports, school, all the things, making time for, just hanging out. And I mean, even still, we probably should do more of those things. But yeah, no, it's a good change. And I mean, just from like a relationship standpoint too, you've always been so great at going out and building strong, lasting relationships with people.
I love that.
Yeah, like you're just a natural at it. So it's like, man, residential real estate was like an absolute no-brainer.
How long you guys been married?
8 years.
8 years today.
8 years?
Today.
Right on.
Happy
That's
anniversary.
Yeah, anniversary.
It is.
Happy anniversary.
That's awesome.
Cool. And have you guys, you guys are business partners in a couple ventures or?
Yeah, I mean, we just own everything together.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that together for? Because that's kind of hard. It can be hard for some couples to be partners in ventures together and businesses together. So how does that work with you guys?
No, it's been.
It was the patent, like the conceal carry pants were the first real adventure that we took together, entrepreneurial wise.
Was that
Yeah,
early on in the marriage there? Or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ever since we were together, so back in the day when I was doing podcasting, I had a media company and some of those things, but that was like my own thing that I had before I had met her. And then, the concealed carry garment, doing a patent on a concealed carry waistband, system. Did that, and then, I mean, you were super supportive. I mean, we had like no money at the time, right? And so she was like floating pretty much all of it. Me going to attorneys and going through the process with the USPTO and getting the patent done and all those things. So, super grateful for her. And it's really just been partnership through and through. We're very like independent, I guess you'd say, like financially, where there's not. It's like if she wants to go buy something, like she goes and does it. If I want to go buy something, I go and do it. Or
we really don't just discuss it. We trust each other. And
yeah. That's cool. No, if it's business related, it's like, hey, we're doing this. It's funny because talking, we bought a gutter installation and service business back in December of 2024, and it was funny because Danielle was like, you were asking me at one point, you're like, if I was going to go out there and like buy something like this, would you be okay with it, kind of a thing? And I'd be like, I probably wouldn't be as okay with it as you are with me doing it and knowing as little as you do. Because honestly, like there was
super involved. Like
no,
he give me updates and things like that, but I wasn't involved in like the SBA process or kind of things like that. He would give me synopsis essentially of just like what's going on.
Here's this business. Yeah. Here's the things. It looks amazing. Let's do it. And
I didn't have the relationship he had with like the broker and all these other things. He knew them and I never met them. So
what's the business?
So the business is a rain gutter installation service business. We do a lot of new home construction installs. Yeah. We do all the direct to consumer stuff too. We do cleanings and service and repairs and installs for homeowners and stuff. But
does that work with like your real estate business? Can you leverage that into one another?
I always promote it as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Especially with real estate agents that when you're closing on a house and something's wrong, it's called an RE10. They need it fixed quick. And so
real estate's been a fantastic avenue for us.
No, that's good.
Sure.
Being able to expand into that realm a little bit.
New builds. There's so much building.
Yep.
60% of everything on market is all new construction in the valley. Don't quote me on that, but majority, it's over 50% of everything that's on the market.
Makes sense.
New construction.
Seeing it just pop up.
Oh, it's wild.
You go down one, she's like, where did that come from?
And the craziest part is we still need more. Like with the influx of people coming in, like we're way below what.
Don't say that.
It's supposed to have.
Yeah,
we're full.
Earmuffs.
Heard Iowa has a bunch of spots open.
Front
property.
That's what I was going to say. Everyone thinks Iowa's Idaho, and I think vice versa.
Idaho is by Oregon. It's not. Idaho is in Midwest.
Yeah.
Near the Dakotas.
It's over there.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
You know, by the old chef's hat.
Just
You know.
north of South Dakota.
There you go. North of South Dakota. I love it. Yeah. So what got you guys? So you ran a self-storage business company.
Yeah.
So why the switch to a gutter business of all things? Because we were talking earlier about, before you guys showed up, about I saw a video where like the easiest way to make money and be a successful entrepreneur is by those quote unquote lazy businesses, which are self-storage and car washes.
Mobile home
Right? And what?
Mobile home parks.
And mobile home parks, right?
Laundromats.
Laundromats, because those are the things that like it takes little to no effort, but you can make money if you put it in the right spot. So what made you guys want to jump into the venture of gutter business?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. It's funny because I've actually had, people ask me that because we've got like an online community and those different things too in the self-storage world that I'm still involved in. And they're like, dude, you know all this stuff about storage. Why did you go and do this? And I'm just like, dude, real estate and owning and operating storage facilities is a lot of freaking work, man. Yeah. Like let's say you've got a facility that's got 100 doors, that's 100 customers that you're interacting with every month, from payments to access to, payment issues to gate issues to, maintaining the property, all those different elements. There's a lot that goes into it. It's definitely a lot more simplified than other business models. And the fact that you've got this amazing, retail-esque, type business where, you've got about 10% of your occupancy that's churning every month. So you're constantly bringing in new customers and you have that month-to-month lease to where you can really affect and grow revenue and do that in a way that's different from residential real estate and some of these other asset classes, which is really pretty incredible as far as self-storage goes. So a lot of amazing levers. Self-storage is like it's business acquisition at the end of the day, which is really cool, but it just has that touch of like icing on the cake being that it's real estate as well. So it's an amazing asset class. Would I get into it in the future? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But for us, we'd been looking at real estate at first and we're like, man, we need to go start getting real estate. Like everybody in the world, I read freaking Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I was like, that's it. Yeah. Like we're doing it. It's so funny. You listen to all these other podcasts and like, that's the thing. They're like, yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it is, it's a great book, man. It's a really good book to get the wheels turning and some of those things. But, when we got to looking at it, we're like, man, we really got to start. It's a great way to build wealth, but we want to start replacing income from like our jobs, from our 9-to-5s or W-2. We need cash flow. Like first and foremost, let's look at business acquisition first, because that's where we're seeing the cash flow. So I started just coordinating with business brokers and looking at opportunities from a business acquisition standpoint. And took about 2 years or so, 2.5 years.
Yeah, like consistently
So it wasn't quick.
all the time.
No, yeah, not at all.
What were you looking for?
We were just looking for anything that was set up in a way that was semi-autonomous, where it was like there's management in place, there's structure in place, there's systems, there's something for us that we can come into and not have to exit our day jobs immediately, where it's operating on its own, it's efficient, it's effective, it's cash flowing, with maybe some value add opportunity where we can come in and improve things through operations or through expenses. Coming from my background, those are really the biggest levers that we would pull. We would go in, see if there's different ways that we can streamline the expenses, and then also look at ways to just automate and improve the operations of the facilities. So if that's technology and implementing technology, or if it's simply answering the phone when somebody calls, like all those fundamentals that really are just game changers, especially nowadays in business. We would go in and do those things. And so we found this, ended up coming across this business. One of my business brokers and friends said, hey, I've got this buddy I've known for a long time. He's, getting to an age where he's wanting to spend more time with his kids. They're like late teens, and he's got this gutter business and he's looking to sell, if you're willing to check it out. And dude, like you said, like the whole boring business thing. Yeah. When I first heard about it, I was like, rain gutters, huh?
That's not exactly.
Yeah. That's cool. Kind of like a Dumb and Dumber. Big gulps, huh? Good.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll check it out. And man, the more I dove into it, the more I learned about it, the expenses of the business were so in line with the revenue that the business would achieve, just the way that the expenses were set up and how crews and different things would be compensated and were compensated. The margins were great. The accounts and the builders that the company was working with was great. Had over a decade of reputation in the valley, here, and it was just amazing business. They had a fantastic GM that was in place that he's with us still today. Just one of those absolute unicorns. Incredible human being. Works super hard. Does a great job at everything he does, and so we were able to come in, and we saw this opportunity where, as good as things were, there was still a lot of things that weren't being done from a relationship building standpoint, from getting out and doing any kind of marketing. There was no effort to go out and really do much of that at all. It was just, hey, like, we're kind of happy where we're at. Like, we're making money. We're good.
How old was the business?
The business was, it had been around for around 20 years or more. And it was under like a different ownership a number of different times, and split offs happened and different things like that. But the heart of the company, one of our guys has been with the company through all of those things from the start. So, been around for a long time, man. And so, we just went in, we've started really going out. Talking, building relationships. Just going out and building relationships, not only with existing builders and customers that we work with, putting a huge emphasis on that, showing them what we're doing, why we're different, and just getting to know people. That's something that I feel has like been so lost in the business world, and even in like the employer-employee relationship world, where and I don't think it's going to get any better, especially with technology where it's going nowadays, but just putting this heavy focus on relationships with our employees, with our customers. And there's been times we've got a huge customer here in the Valley that we both work for a similar builder. And I just saw a couple of their executives at one of the get-togethers, and I said, hey, I've been trying to meet up with you guys, and I'm just curious, like, how you grew, what you've done. It's amazing. This and that. This is what we're doing, and this is kind of like the quality of work. I'm showing them on my phone, right? Yeah. Because I'll go out and QA some jobs and stuff, and there's things that we do slightly different from other gutter companies that just drives the quality aspect. That's really, really meaningful to builders and other general contractors that are working on these same jobs. And just me having a 5-minute conversation and showing them some photos of a QA I did on my phone, they've been nonstop, multiple times a week, sending us jobs every week.
That's awesome.
For months. So
that just shows that even though they're saying AI is going to be taking over a lot of jobs, people are scared that AI is here to replace what humans can do. It doesn't with that networking thing. Yeah. Because of the face-to-face networking, especially in Idaho, right? Idaho businesses will not do business with you if they can't look you in the eye, shake your hand, and know what kind of person you are, genuine and authentic. And that's why, like, in my line of business, executive coaching, is people are like, well, I can go to TED Talk, I can go to AI, and I can ask Gemini or Siri, hey, give me coaching advice or stuff. Cool. But that doesn't give the human factor of what do you need today, and give you that little extra oomph of, actually, no crap, you do have it. You just got to get out of your own damn way. And hearing you guys the last couple minutes, especially talk about the switch from storage to the gutter business. Why did you, Danielle, allowed to take the risk to really jump into an unknown pool in the business entrepreneurship as a real estate agent?
Yeah, man, that's a loaded question.
That's the only kind he asks.
Yeah, well, that's the only kind. I like that. Even before we met with my test husband, I ran an operator.
Test husband?
Yeah, nice. I got to try him out. I got to test drive.
I have my real one now.
This is your current one?
This is a current one.
This is my real one.
Oh, there you go.
My forever one. I own and operated businesses. And so it's kind of just been in my DNA, like working for anything in sales. Like, yeah, you might work for someone, but you're also working for yourself, like, independently. And so I found real estate. One, I get to sell beautiful houses, gorgeous homes. I get to have that networking aspect, that human connection, which I really love, the cultivating of the relationship and maintaining it. And then also sales, which gives you that little high. And, and so that's why I chose to go into real estate. But with him, I just trust him 100%. So if he says jump, I say, okay, how high? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like whatever his choices are, I trust him completely.
How many times have you guys failed at business or at your idea and was like, crap, maybe this was a bad idea? Because you guys can't sit here and tell us that you guys have been 10 for 10 or 100 for 100, 100%.
1,000
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. So how many times have you guys failed?
Dude, phenomenal question, because I was actually, this is a number of weeks ago, I was sitting on the patio because that's what I like to do. Sit on the patio, have a fire, have a cigar, whatever.
Cigar, yeah.
And hang out with the dogs. Like, can't find me, that's where I'm at.
Yep.
But no, one of the things that came to mind, and I briefly talked to you about it, and I wanted to talk to our kids about it, was, I started the podcasting thing, this media company. I'd started it in 2015, and it's now, 2025. And the thought crossed my mind where I was like, man, okay, so it's been 10 years of me learning, growing, implementing, failing, figuring things out. I don't know what it is, and I've heard it several times, like 10 years is that freaking rule, man. Like, it seems like that's the thing.
Struggle.
And so it was just like looking at how long it really takes to really grow and figure things out. Because I grew up in a super blue collar family. I was, go to the W-2. If you're making X amount of money a week or a month or whatever, you're doing great, and stash it away, kind of a thing. And great fundamentals, but I'd never been introduced to entrepreneurship in any way, shape, or form until I was 25.
Yeah.
Again, 10 years ago. So. Again, going through my experiences, being able to work with a private equity, commercial real estate firm, learning and growing through those things, having a number of different failures there from management standpoints to failing, whether it was managing projects or managing people or whatever it was, tons of learning experiences there. So grateful for. But just business wise, I've sold one tray in the past year. And
for that cigar, for the cigar tray. Was that the tray that when me and you, because I was telling Tyler before we started, you were one of my first test clients when I was getting certified in executive coaching. And I remember me and you talking, and you were like, in October, I want to be on my own. And I got this idea for this tray, for the cigar tray. And it looked absolutely amazing. And you've only sold one.
Hold on a second. Before we go into that, what's the cigar tray?
So this cigar tray.
He's a cigar smoker, so you got him piqued interest.
This cigar tray is the best tray I've ever seen.
Actually, really.
Yeah, no, it's pretty legit. But it's a square tray, and it's got a Picatinny rail on it around the top. So just incorporating the firearms elements into cigar trays is like the whole idea of the business. So we started with that one, and launched it, did all this posting on social media, did all the things, sent them out to some influencers, all the stuff. Sold one. Not because of any of that either, because I was at a cigar lounge and a dude's like, oh, you do these trays? And I was like, yeah, I've got one in my car. And I was like, yeah, they're like, I had them listed for like $600 at the time. And he's like, that's a little expensive tray, And I'm like, yeah, solving rich people problems, dude. Like, that's what I'm here to do. And so he's like, here's the deal. Let me give you something. I'll give you $100 for it. And I was like, dude, honestly, like the fact that you even like want it and would put it in like, cause he was this cigar tray collector.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fact that you'd put it in like your collection and have your friends over and all that stuff, I'd be happy to even just give one to you if you want. He's like, no, dude, I gotta pay you something for it. So, sold one for like $100. If the IRS asks, I didn't sell any.
Donated.
It was definitely
donated.
It was
For nonprofit
cash transaction.
That's cool.
Yeah. So no, we did that, and then the patent. Got the patent. Spent thousands of dollars getting a patent done for this concept for concealed carry, because I'm huge into freedom, protecting it, all those things, and citizens protecting each other. Having that ability to do so. And
what's this patent? You said some sort of garment, right?
Yeah. So it's a waistband system that implements into activewear. So it allows the rigidity, but expandability and flexibility of like a athletic pair of pants, let's say sweatpants or
joggers.
Yeah, exactly. Joggers.
Yeah.
So
all I wear.
Yeah, dude. No, that's the way to go. But so I went and created that, went through the whole process. But my big hang up on that was I didn't want to manufacture overseas. I was like, I just can't freaking do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't know, probably 6-7 years ago. I mean, this has been a
6 years
long
ago?
freaking time.
Yeah, 6
So I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I got to figure out how to do it in the US. But then figuring out, going through the whole process, talking to a lot of these manufacturers and, clothing manufacturers and textile industry, professionals and some of that. I mean, to get the patterns done, to get inventory, to get all these things, I mean, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to get something set up like this. And two, I mean, I know this much about all of that. So there's a lot of things that I could potentially be missing there. But finding out that manufacturing in the United States was going to be this insane endeavor, I was like, dude, now's just not the time. I need to focus on other things. So took my eye off of that. I've been focused on other things. I've thought about licensing it out, doing some different paths to just put it to use, because it's a great product. I believe in it. I think it could benefit some folks out there for sure. But obviously would want to partner with the right people.
So
and all those
why go in
things.
because you mentioned about the big believer in like the freedom aspect and everything. Why go in that route? Like what's that mean to you? Why are you so passionate about that?
No, good question, man. Because there's a lot of companies out there that are in things to make money as opposed to in things to provide value and solutions that actually work well. And in the last couple of years, there's been some companies that have launched some really good products to help bridge that gap between concealed carry and active wear. But I just felt like there was really not a whole lot of good options in the industry, whether it was the product itself or the company itself that was pushing this product that they created. And that was just an observation looking at the products that these people were selling. You get a lot of these gimmicky products where it's like you're putting a firearm in a pocket or you're putting a firearm in this little like slit in some pants or whatever it is, and it's extremely unsafe. Yeah, no, it's just
Like we're
What's the? Did you come up with a catchy name for the garment?
no, it was just the
Look, pants 5,000.
yeah, exactly right. It was good jeans. Good jeans.
Good jeans. There you go.
Yeah,
I like it.
Why is so
my ads didn't work well because I was too,
Yeah.
like,
You need to hire Sydney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were not Sydney.
So why so passionate about having it like had to be made in America?
because that was just my thing that going back to.
Because you probably could have done a lot cheaper.
Oh, dude,
had you been
China,
overseas,
Philippines, yeah.
probably
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
done by now.
Definitely.
Selling it.
Oh,
whatever.
absolutely.
Yeah.
on Amazon,
Yeah, no, that was just
Temu.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's a good question. And for me, man, it was just, I read, if you guys haven't read the book Shoe Dog, dude, it's an amazing book.
What's it about?
I've never heard of it.
It's like a biography essentially of Phil Knight, who started Nike.
Oh.
I've heard of it.
Oh,
okay.
dude,
Didn't they make a movie out of it?
it's incredible.
Wasn't that the movie
I don't
they
know.
made?
They might have.
You
I
don't
need to
watch
check it out.
movies. We established this.
yeah.
I watched
maybe.
some movies.
You don't watch the greatest movie.
Hey,
We're about to go on a whole new tangent now.
Danielle is
Now I have to ask,
story.
what is the worst, best movie that you guys have ever seen?
Best movie?
Worst?
Like
you
your,
show people you're embarrassed to show them, but it's so bad you want them to see it.
because it's like you've seen it, so everyone needs to see it. And
My goodness.
so while you guys are thinking, have you guys ever seen The Room by Tommy Wiseau?
No.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Oh, consider yourself lucky.
No, I'll send it to you.
No.
Amazing.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's so horrible. It's awesome.
What's
Yeah.
the one where you're just with the Holy Grail? What's it called?
Oh,
Monty
Monty
Python.
Python.
Monty Python.
You don't-
Holy
It's a good
Grail?
movie.
That's
not a
great
know.
movie.
I don't know.
How
That's the first thing that
dare
came
you?
to, that's the first thing that came to my head. I don't know.
Like
Something along those lines.
good, but bad.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. No, that's a good one, I guess. Let's throw that.
Holy Grail.
Yeah.
It's just merely a flesh wound, I guess.
Yeah. Million flesh wound.
Yeah, I think they made that
Mama is coconut.
because there was a documentary movie that came out about Phil Knight. I think
Yes.
it was about
Yeah.
that book.
Interesting.
Okay.
We'll have to go
I
online.
think
Yeah.
it's not super old. It was like the last 2 or 3 years.
Interesting. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
But the book is Shoe Dog.
Yeah, it's called Shoe Dog, man, and phenomenal book. And it really opened my eyes. I'm reading this thing, and this is back, 60s, 70s, all this stuff. And he's starting Nike, and he's literally like, him and his people that are out in different states selling these shoes are writing letters back and forth. As I'm reading it, I'm like realizing, dude, there's no internet. Like, there's no email. Stuff. Yeah, like, holy crap, like, this is crazy. So, I mean, even to get manufacturing done, I mean, he's going to, China and these different places, physically going there and walking the floors of these manufacturing plants, all this stuff. And, reading that book, I had this realization where I was like, man, like, up until that point in time, that's when all of this stuff changed. And it wasn't that long ago, like 60s, 70s, when we started just pumping everything overseas. Foreign manufacturing, it was cheaper, all these different things, profit over people kind of a scenario, right? And so just reading that, I was like, man, like we have to bring that stuff back here, right? And one of the other things around, I don't know, several years ago, I'd found out about the company Origin over in Maine. That's been started by Pete and Jocko. These couple guys got together and started this company manufacturing everything, American-made products with American-made materials, boots, pants, activewear, gis for jiu-jitsu, all kinds of different things, hoodies, t-shirts, all the things. And these guys were literally bringing machinery back from countries overseas back to the United States to be able to manufacture some of these things, and taking some of these older folks that have been totally retired in Maine, bringing them into a shoemaking factory and being like, how do I use this piece of equipment? Because all of those skills had been gone. Like all of it's gone. It didn't exist anymore. And so I was really, really like turned on by that idea of like, dude, these guys are doing it. Like they're bringing manufacturing back to the US. Like this could be the little catalyst that starts all of it. And I did, for me, I was just like, man, I don't want to give my money to folks overseas. I want my money to go here to people that I can employ, or that a company can employ. I want to keep our dollars here as much as humanly possible, even if that means not making money on a product for however many years, even if that makes, not launching the business as of this point in time, whatever that is. And I struggled with that. I went back and forth a ton on whether or not I should actually pull the trigger, just do it overseas. I had friends that were like, dude, just do it. Like, go. You can bring it here later on, whatever. Just launch the company, get it going. And I just couldn't do it, man. I was like, I got to keep money here.
I like that though. That shows your values in the aspect of profit over people. And I think a lot of it has to do with people are uneducated when it comes to American made products, because you're right. People see American made products like, oh, I got to spend $10, $20 more because it's made here because I got to pay American wages. Yeah, but if it costs $10, $20 more here, then you're supporting the American economy. You're supporting your neighbor because you're paying their livable wage. You're going to sit out here and complain that rent is too expensive and no one pays a good livable wage. Well, it's because we would rather have cheap over not cheap, right? An American, foreign made instead of American made, good quality. Because back in the day, everything was made in the United States. Like Detroit was the motor city of the world, and good quality cars. Like I think we were talking a couple of weeks ago, the first car we ever driven. Mine was a 1985 Cadillac Eldorado. That thing was a boat and it was a tank. You couldn't destroy it. Yeah. And then my second car that my dad gave me was a Pontiac Fiero with a motor in the back. And I was like, this thing's fiberglass. What the hell?
I think mine was a Ford Focus.
Mine too. That was my first car.
Yeah?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I had the roll up windows and nothing.
I think mine was a 2005, I want to say.
Yeah.
My first car.
Did you guys have the tape deck with the CD connector?
Yes.
I had to put that in. Yeah. You got to have the tape.
And you're like, no, you got to hold it. So you got to do the shock so it doesn't skip.
Yeah, any of the bumps would skip.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah, you got to pick out your CDs. You got to get the whole book.
The whole entire book.
Yeah. The visor thing.
That's what I had. Yeah, I had that where I had all of them.
We should just
your select 5 that you just carried around for months, and then once a year you change it out.
Dude, that's so funny. I saw a meme recently that was like, we're talking about all this texting and driving, and here's us in the 90s. And it was
my gosh, we were
with
so
the book of CDs.
Yeah, we're like using it. Yeah, just like our knee. Just like
You're driving around with like what do you call it, the map quest, and you're like,
MapQuest.
and we're like, we're going,
huge
you got
maps.
one knee on the wheel, and you're like trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
Turn that four blocks.
Yeah.
No,
that's
we were
hilarious.
watching a movie the other day that, it was maybe 20 years old, like not that long ago, like movie wise.
I had a map.
And the guy was looking at, it was Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was the first one.
Oh.
And he's pulling out a map trying to find where the guys are. And I was like, he's using a freaking map. Like, that's so crazy.
You remember they used to sell those big old books of maps though?
Yeah.
Where you could do the pencils and stuff. I used to do that.
Pencils.
Like you would take your pencil and map out. Because me and my dad used to drive from Spokane to like Ohio or Spokane to Washington, D.C. And we had this big old map we'd put on our lap, and he would literally with the pencil map out the roads. And then when it turns out the road isn't there anymore because it's an old map, he would erase it and then, hold on, we got to figure out what road do we take. was the craziest thing.
It's trial and error, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have GPS now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
I think we should just do it to our kids. Disconnect all GPS and be like, find the Walmart.
Everyone should.
That would be really funny.
Hold on.
We should do that.
I know a couple women wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh my God.
This would be one of them.
Well,
So if you
Don't ask me what northeast, south, or west is. I don't
yeah.
Actually, to be fair, Jessica's very good with a map.
Danielle is not.
know. Nor am I.
GP.
It must be the Danielle.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Don't ask me how to do it.
We
I'll
were
cry.
in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I think it was New Year's Eve, me and Danielle, and we had to go from my mom's house to Walmart. And my mom drew a map, just a line basically, and said, left here, right here, left here, old school. And as we were sitting there driving, I was driving and Danielle was my navigator. As I took a left, she moved the map to the left. She rotated it to the left.
That's something I would do for sure.
Why does it feel like we are in a circle? I said, how many times are you rotating the map? She goes, yeah, we took 4 lefts. That's a circle. Last time I checked. So we ended up getting lost in Rock Springs. Oh, Jesus. That
would be me.
It was a good time.
Maybe you should turn it off for Danielle and have her do some
There you
map
go.
quest.
Try it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good times. That'd be good times. So so I want to get back to the real estate thing, because you were saying earlier that you were nominated, or did you win the
No, it's top 40 of all of Idaho for
influencers?
Yeah,
So
real estate influencer.
how did you
2025.
get that nomination?
It was a surprise to me.
Okay.
Honestly.
Who's it from?
It's from a national. I should know this. It's a national magazine that essentially dictates on every genre. So there's real estate. There's just top influencers on Instagram, or I know it's kind of like
There's definitely the president of the United States
Our award
bestowed.
Yeah, our awards in all somewhere.
yeah. So I've been really hyper focused this year on social media, and I've gotten one big client from it, which is great.
Oh, cool.
But I'm trying to focus in on that
Like
just for the presence and things like that.
TikTok.
Mainly Instagram.
okay.
I only have like 7,000 followers on Instagram, but I get about 70,000 views a month off of Instagram. It doesn't always convert, which is fine. But if I keep on, adding on those reels
Yeah.
and putting that content out, it will pay off at some point. I know a lot of people that I've spoken to that have been doing this for quite some time. I'm just kind of the newbie on it. They are like 90% referral based on just Instagram. They get and they're like top 1 tier. And
Why do you think that is?
I think it's what is that word? It's like the personality, but like it's like you get like more personal.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like you can actually see like
exposure.
the exposure. Yeah, like the day to day, like you're really getting to know someone, because I live on stories. Like I pretty much post everything on stories. I don't do a ton of like post, and so it's like, hey, me talking, I'm irritated, or
It's like they know you,
So
your
it's like
kids.
they
Yeah,
get to know
they're
you
getting-
without actually meeting you.
correct. Yeah, so it's more of
makes
a
sense.
personal relationship without having that relationship yet, and then so they feel they can trust you and they know you, and then they're like, okay, well, you can help me find a house or sell the house or things like that, because they feel like they know
what you
you.
were saying earlier about getting to know people in person. Same concept. They're getting to know you over the
Social
But you have a
virtual presence.
and you
then
have a
they kinda
larger
know
reach.
Yeah.
You have a
Correct.
larger reach, and
Yep.
people can access you pretty much all time of the day.
Yeah, and in different states and things like that, I can.
How long you been growing the Instagram game?
I've been going hard for, I would say, about 6 months on it.
Oh, that's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not very long.
No, it's not very long at all. But I have always been present on Instagram. I've always been doing stories. I don't post a ton. I should post more, but I'm always heavy on stories. So I'm always present throughout the day. So whoever does follow, I'm grateful that I'm on like a For You page, like I've gotten that a couple times, so people actually can come to my page and see what I'm about.
I was
But
gonna say, can you walk through like how you said you mentioned the big client? Like, do you know how exactly they found you? Like what you would do to replicate that?
yeah, so I was in one of my, so who I represent is Oakmont Homes. So it's the luxury custom home builder that I do. I was doing a walkthrough of a house, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous home in Middleton on acreage. And someone forwarded that post to one of their friends. And that's how I got in contact with them, and essentially became clients, now friends.
Oh, wow.
So
God, look at Connor over here stealing our podcast.
Yeah, no doubt. Jeez.
So-
it's like you've done this. It's
no,
like
he
you've
just
done
knows
this
me well.
podcast.
He knows that I'm
time or
like
two.
nervous, and yeah.
which is funny
He
because
does hundreds of these. So yeah.
when I was getting you guys, trying to get you guys scheduled to be on this podcast, I
Yes, that was fun,
text
I'm sure.
both of you. Well, I text you, Connor, and I Instagram DM'd you
Yeah.
and said, hey, let's do this soon because I think it would be awesome to get you guys both on here. And you responded quick. This guy, like 2 weeks
Try being married to
later,
this one.
and then he's like, hey,
By the way, I saw your text. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, it's just red.
So yeah, so I just think it's funny. It's like a night and day difference. You're all in social media and technology, and Connor's like,
That's-
meh.
I like,
That is
me
true.
a
He's
pigeon.
more of a private person, but that's what makes
is
me
upstairs.
stand out. And what people have told me, just like, hey, look, I've called 10 agents. You're literally the only one that answered. I've called
So
10
how
of
much
them.
time a day are you spending on like Instagram and stuff? A lot.
Couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No, not too bad, but it's sometimes when I'm doing stories where I ask questions or, try to get them more engagement, I obviously spend more time on. And it's always about the engagement, like asking questions or, hey,
Does that
I'm
ever
going-
become like a drain on you or anything?
Very.
Does it get a little stressful having like
I wouldn't say
stay
stressful,
on
but
top
it's
of
just
it?
like the overstimulation is a real thing, especially when I'm networking and talking to people consistently all day, every day. I definitely get drained when it comes to like overstimulation. But honestly, I also really enjoy it. So it's not like a total drag by any means.
So both of you guys are like just go all the time, it seems like, right?
Oh, gosh.
Do you guys ever take time for yourselves or individually or
I actually didn't work at all this weekend.
okay.
nice.
Okay,
time.
cool.
So you
Okay.
celebrated.
I mean, I
after Labor Day.
emailed and tried to make
Yeah.
some deals happen, but I didn't go out showing houses. I didn't go,
cool.
do tons of stuff. It was
Good.
really nice. It was nice.
Is that unusual?
very?
Okay.
Yeah, so I usually work with like Oakmont Homes. That's essentially my 9 to 5. Like that was my 100% my baby, like my sole focus. And then on the weekends, I go show houses for other people that are interested in buying that isn't on the caliber that can build. And so yeah, and then I also work with investors. It's a wholesale company called Offer Now Idaho. And so I do some of their investment properties and list things like that. And so I try to do that after Oakmont hours. And so, yeah, I'm consistently working.
And then you guys mentioned you have 3 kids too.
We have 3 kids.
And
Yes.
they're all in sports or
One isn't, thank goodness, but we have one. Our daughter is in flag football, the quarterback.
oh, cool.
yeah, she's
a little
crushing it.
shout out to her.
Absolutely.
And then our oldest is in golf. So he's made it onto the high school golf team.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very proud. And then our middle's just,
Scholarship
Yeah.
right there.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
and then our middle's just hanging out for right now. He's more my academic. He's athletic, but he just would choose not to. And so he's just kind of taking a little breather right now.
Yeah, we've been going to the gym every now and then.
Yeah. I said, if
getting
you're
the blood
not
flowing
doing a
little bit.
sport,
Yeah.
you have to go to the gym when he asks you. Or
Absolutely.
you get a consequence, and he got a consequence. But yeah.
Absolutely. So is that how you guys kind of let your hair down? You go to the gym and you just don't work? Is you letting your hair down?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds bad, but not don't work. But I mean, like, you know,
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm still obviously working because I
Yeah.
got 3 kids. I'm never,
Yeah,
I
obviously.
never get to twiddle my thumbs and sit down. Like even if I go to another room, they follow. It's just
no.
like I never get downtime. But we go out, we work out. He goes out shooting quite often. He actually just took for his fun time. He took our oldest and his best friend out this over the weekend and. Yeah, kids, like people are like, what do you like to do? I'm like, hang out with my kids.
Yeah.
Like they are my life. I don't have anything else that I really do.
Well, I
except work
like
out.
to know, like, how do entrepreneurs and people who are always striving to build like an empire, basically, that's what it sounds like you guys are trying to build here, right?
Yeah.
But how do you not burn out? Right? Because burnout seems to be the key word
thing.
these days. And like you said, a lot of people, they think they're taking care of themselves by doing doomsday scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Trash TV sometimes.
Trash
for me.
TV,
Not gonna lie.
reality TV, Love is Blind type thing.
Definitely
But
won't watch that.
How,
But yeah, close.
but like, how do you guys like reset your batteries either weekly, daily, or monthly or whatever to where you guys are, one, taking care of yourselves individually, but 2, you guys have been married for 8 years as of today, taking care of your guys' relationship.
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean, you guys talked about failures a minute ago. And these are some of those things that I think is going to take me some time to really actually learn, like how to, I don't want to say balance those things, but how to make the time for all those different aspects. And I think there's a time and a place too to go hard, to put focus in certain areas. But at the same time, I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that I'm like, okay, like Danielle deserves way better than what I'm giving her right now, or the kids deserve way better than what I'm giving them right now, and that attention that I'm giving them, I'm putting all this time and effort and energy into the business and all these other things, and it's kind of like, okay, maybe they're, I don't want to say last, but they're second, right? And there's a lot of that's happened. So I don't have a secret answer, man. I don't have it all figured out. I don't know what exactly that looks like, but from like a not burning out and reset, that's another good question where I'm like, man, my hair's been on fire for the last 6-7 years. I don't know what it looks like to not be just go all the time. And I think some of that has to do with a mindset shift of being grateful for that struggle, of being grateful for that weight, if you might say, of that constant go, and that demand and that pressure. And I saw a really good quote from a guy who recently he was a pilot and flew F-22s and stuff. And he was like, he was saying pressure is guaranteed, but stress is optional. And I think if we can look at some of those things as, it's like, yeah, no, I got some pressure, I got some things to figure out, but man, I used to hope and pray for this kind of opportunity. Yeah. Like, let's get after it.
Well, kind of seems like you do kind of have the secret, right? You kind of mentioned like you're well aware and cognitive about like, when you're maybe putting them on the back burner, right? So like, it seems like you do kind of have the answer to the secret, or the secret to the answer, right? It's like you're aware of it. You're able to identify like, I'm spending too much time in the business. I need to spend more time with the family. Like it's kind of there, right? Yeah. So you can kind of like tone that down or tone the other one up, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, exactly. It'd be recognizing those things, but then also, taking the action to correct them, right? Which like,
because a lot of people fail at. I think are just blind to it. Yeah. Like they just don't realize it in general. So even if you don't, you still go all the time. It's nice to be able to like be aware of, where your intention is.
Yeah. And I put boundaries up for myself too. So like, I do not disturb after 7:00. Like that's family time. Yeah. I can still get notifications. I can get those things, and I choose not to have anxiety over it. I put it on do not disturb my phone. So no emails, no texts, nothing until like 7:00 the next morning. Cool. So I'm like, okay, I can de-stress, just hang out, have dinner, hang out with kids, really watch a movie or something. Yeah. That's how I kind of turn things off. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I think
mine doesn't go on until 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's your issue.
But at 6 p.m.
But you also have it like the people that really need to, like on your favorites or something, like on your iPhone or something, like people can still get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like so, but everything else is mute.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think that's a cool, delicate balance that we seem to figure out. But I think it's on us to teach the younger generation that there has to be a balance, that you can't go.
Right.
Because there's so many ways for people to have a great idea, throw it through AI, and AI will be like, yeah, do it, follow this step, blah, 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 blah. And then a lot of people get hyper focused, and then they'll forget about everything else. But then as soon as they hit a barrier, or they hit some adversary or adversity and all that stuff, or people like saying, no, this is a stupid idea, they're like, oh, never mind. I guess it is dumb. I'm not going to do it. Right.
Because I was wrong.
We think about the podcast that we started, the Synergy Code. Everyone was like, hey, you guys got like 5 episodes. You guys are doing way more than, you guys are in like the top 1% of podcasters because you guys have more and more episodes. Yeah. And it's like, really? But then you go and like you ask or you read why people stop, and it's, well, no one wants to listen to my message, or no one wants to watch, or no one wants to like, subscribe, or comment. And it's like, but if you only put it out once, statistically, good luck with all the noise, right? And you gotta have interesting people on. You gotta have some people that don't like to do things, and I'm carrying all the weight. Hence, I'm gonna be a world strongman, in 3 days, once I start the training. Body might be broke, but I'll figure it out. More than
broke. We actually had someone recently comment that we both know that we were talking about the podcast and everything. He's been doing podcasts for, I think, a couple of years now, and he puts them out one or two a week. Yeah. And he was asking us about the numbers and everything. And I was like, we both think we're not doing well at all, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we told him the numbers. He's like, oh, you're killing it. You're like blowing me out of the water. We both kind of had to like take we're taking it back. Like, all right, maybe we're not doing so bad, right? But it's having that outside perspective, just kind of like
I was just gonna say,
having someone else be like, hey, you're actually doing okay.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. It's like it's going to come to fruition.
Yeah. No, and you're hitting the nail on the head, and that's why it's so important. Going back to the relationships thing, man, like getting out and talking to those people, sharing those experiences, figuring out where baselines are. Because again, it's like, dude, if you're just in this silo of like, oh man, we only got, I'm just going to throw some random number like, oh, we only got 5,000 downloads so far, or this or that. Like, lo and behold, like you're comparing yourself to these YouTubers that have, 40 million download, subscribers or whatever. And it's like your baseline for those things. And at the points in time that you have, those metrics, and you're not going to know unless you're out there talking to people and talking shop and figuring out where, I'm going to say the market's at, but where those numbers are at and what's normal and what's typical on average and some of those things. And
and you have to have the, the A/B testing. And be fluid with it and be able to, when we talked about this, the thing we talked about was like, we can't get upset or frustrated when we don't have what we want in the period of time we want it, right? Like we have a minimum of a year and then we can reevaluate or whatever it is, right?
Love it.
Like you have to be consistent. You have to put in the time. You have to pay your dues, right?
Yeah.
You talk, there's a lot of people talk about that is like you pay your dues and then you get what you're deserved, I guess.
Well, and if you look at like Mr. Beast, he didn't become a millionaire overnight. Or Gary Vee, he started sharing his videos that he shared in like 2005 or 4, and he had like maybe 100 followers. Yeah. And now look at him. Everyone has to start somewhere. And when he was talking about like us, what we like to do is I'm a guy I'm not patient. I'm like, let's go. I think we got it. I think we get out there. We can get it. And he's like, hey, pump your brakes.
We'll figure it out last week.
And that's why I really wanted you guys on here, because you, Danielle, same.
And I'm just like,
Tyler and Connor,
we'll figure it out.
He was saying, because
he's the opposite.
Yeah,
he's A to Z. I'm B to Y.
Okay, yeah.
Like, cool. I want to get from A to Z, right? But B to Y matters.
Yeah.
Like the details matter. Yeah. How do we get there? And we have to take a step by step.
I'm JG Wentworth. It's my money and I want it now.
Yeah. He's the analytical. I'm just like, let's just figure it out.
I'm taking the risks, but like, let's make sure we have like maybe a safety net or a fallback.
Yeah. Well, the caveat to that too is I'm thinking about like when we purchased our business, is like you don't know everything. You're not going to have all the answers, and nothing's going to be 100% for sure no matter what you do. And I think that's really important for people to know, because talking AI or talking these books that you read or whatever, everything looks so linear, right? Mm-hmm. It's okay, I do this, I do that, I do that. I get the gold at the end of the rainbow. And it's very much not linear. Yeah. It's so dynamic. And you're not going to have all the answers. You just got to make the best and most informed decisions with the information that you have at the point in time you have it. And that's all you can do. I mean, there was so much with our business that was like, well, I don't know how that works or what happens with that thing or whatever. Like, you're just not going to know until you get there. And that can be difficult a lot of times, because it's like having a lantern and you're just shining it in front of yourself and like taking a step and you're like, I don't know what's out there, but I can see the next step here with, I can tell there's, a cliff edge there and some rattlesnakes over there. Yeah. Let's go this way.
Even if it was that easy, everyone would do it, right?
Yeah.
If there was a playbook and you follow step by step, everyone would do it. Everyone would be entrepreneurs. Everyone would own their own thing.
And that's exactly what we've talked about multiple times on this podcast, was people think and want the easy way to get $1 million. That's why people on Instagram and TikTok are like, follow me. I give you three easy ways in 3 days. I'll get you 100K in your business a month. And it's like, hold up, wait a minute. What? And they're like,
Mr. Rented Lamborghini.
Yeah. And they're like, I'll give you 100K and I'll show you how. Just pay me 150K and I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we live in that world of instant gratification, right? And so it's like, it's the world of Ozempic. It's world of AI, right?
Oh yeah,
Everyone wants that magical red pill, but they don't want to work for it. It's like going to the gym, right? Like you have to work for what you want. there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and people may say where you just, you got your award for the top 8 or whatever it was.
I was top 9.
Top 9.
Yeah.
I was trying to give you one.
You're good. Yeah.
And then they see that and they go, well, it must be nice, right? But they don't see all the behind the scenes work that you actually put into
For
it.
sure.
Yeah. Everyone always, like, not everyone, a lot of people say, well, I don't have the personality or the face or whatever. I was like, it doesn't matter.
Or the time.
Or the time.
Right. And you hear that a lot. Like, people say they don't have the time. Well, you don't have any time, and you're
no,
still
yeah,
doing it.
I'm crazy busy, but yeah, you have to make it. If it's a priority, and that's something that you're striving for, then just do it.
Yeah.
Like,
was gonna
you're walking
say-
through a house, no matter what, take the video.
Yeah.
Do a selfie. Whatever
have fun
it is.
with
Like,
For sure. Yeah.
yeah, you're there,
Exactly.
present, doing that anyways. Why not document it?
Yeah. What do you guys think? Because I've seen this so often too, and just the things that I'm involved with now with like our online communities and helping people, get into storage and some of these different things, and both seeing it in employees and seeing it in communities like that. I've seen just this theme over and over again where they'll have this super simple question, right? They're like, well, let's say like building a building, like, okay, how much does a door cost, like, per door, or how much does the asphalt cost, or how much does this thing cost or that thing cost? And it's like, well, did you talk to the contractor that builds those things, like, and has built 1,000 of them in the past several years and knows off the top of their head what every cost of building that property looks like? Oh, well, no, it's like, why? Like, what? And it's just this theme that I've seen over and over again, where it's like, they'll go and they'll ask 14 people that they're comfortable with or something, as opposed to going and even Googling something, even looking it up on a website for the company that they're trying to, find information on. It's like, how much does this service with this company cost? And it's like, well, did you go and look at the company's website or ask them? Like, what do you think prevents people from the questions and the asking to just that? It just seems like there's this barrier to the actual, like, the one thing that they need to do, like, they're not doing it. Like, what causes that?
I think it's them not getting the response that they want, right? And I think it's the fear of either I'm not going to ask the question because I should know if I'm in a room where I think I'm going to get business or I'm going to make an impression, right? That first impression, I'm not going to ask a question that I probably should know. Or I'm going to go to the person I think should know it and ask them. But I don't think we structure our questions the way that we truly want to get the results that we truly desire. And with that is what I see, especially in my business, is people are afraid of no, and they're afraid of failing, and they're afraid of ridicule and criticism. And they think criticism and feedback is bad. Right? Because if you tell someone, like a younger individual starting out, and they're like, hey, I want to start a business and I want to get into the gutter business. And you're like, okay, well, did you think of X, Y, Z, A, B, C, G, H, I, J? And they're like, no, all I saw was money. And and this is what I want to do. And then you're like, well, this is what it's going to take, and it's going to be long hours. And they're like, well, never mind, I don't want to do it because it's hard work, right? And all 4 of us and everyone else can contest to, if you're a business owner, it sucks. It's not instant money. It's not instant riches. It's ebbs and flows. And it's like, holy crap, how am I going to make next month's rent? How am I going to make next month's revenue or profit or stuff, where at the end of the year, when I go to my CPA, you're not like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I took everything and put it on black and jackpot.
I think it's a lot of that, but I also think people don't know what they don't know.
Yep.
People don't know what questions to ask. And so they go to somebody, even if I'm opening something, I know Brandon, I'm like, Brandon, what should I do here? Well, he doesn't know any better, right? But I don't know who to ask, or that person doesn't know who to ask. I think a lot of it has to do with the fear of rejection, or being, thinking they're the dumbest person in the room, and not knowing who to ask. A lot of questions to ask, where to go for it.
Well, and a lot of times is you just need to stop talking and listen and be observant of who's around and start understanding, like, the nonverbals that people are giving off, right? And the one thing that I always strive on is, my mantra is, I'm a person who empowers connection. So I might not know what crazy thing that he wants to do or I want to do, but I'm going to ask people. And I'm not afraid of people like, that's a stupid idea. And I'm like, well, if you said it's stupid, I'm going to dig a little deeper because I think it's actually something exciting. And there's a couple times that like me and you've had a conversation, especially with like your cigar tray or that one business venture about like the cigar lounge, bourbon lounge and firehouse school or fire.
Yeah, like a gym and
yeah, that type of stuff.
Oh,
putting all of them together.
Yeah, putting them all together. One man shop.
Yeah.
That's Connor. Yeah.
He was telling me about that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I think it was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
I still want it to come to fruition.
Like, the booze or not the booze. What I said, it was a cigar and like the shooting in the same place.
Yeah. I'm just trying
like,
to make things easy for the ATF. So
There you go.
I was thinking, like, if you want to have a cigar, you probably want to like sit and chill, not hear like, you know,
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But no, but those type of ideas, out of the box type of thinking is, I think what we need to get back to and teaching our kids and teaching like the younger generation of, if you have an idea, it's great. And just put it out there and see what the feedback is. Don't be afraid of people being like, it's dumb. Okay, cool. Then I'm still going to try it because there's somebody that wants to listen to it.
Well, I think not just that is actually putting yourself in the room of people like that.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Is knowing who to network with and get in front of people that have an opinion that actually matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Not just your circle of your five best friends you grew up with.
What does everyone always say? Like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
We actually talked about that last time. I always try not to be, I never want to be the smartest person in the room.
I'm definitely not. I'm the blonde, so
You don't
I'm
want to
good.
be the dumbest. You don't want to be the dumbest, but you want to surround yourself. I mean, you're the sum of the five people you spend the most time with, right?
Absolutely.
And so you want to be around people that are going to elevate you.
Yeah.
You know, the rising tide raises all ships. So you don't want to be the anchor, but you want to be around that tide that's going to bring everyone up.
Well, and you can't be afraid of going to someone who you know is successful and be like, hey, I know you're successful, but I have this idea. Can you show me or tell me like certain barriers or certain things that you ran into as a business owner that I could look out for? Because I know a lot of business owners that love to talk about themselves
100%.
and like to teach people. They're not going to go out and be like, hey, Joe Schmo off the street, you want to know about my business?
Right.
They want people to ask them, but people don't know what people don't know. So
it's like, that's their
I
passion.
just took that huge leap of faith. I was in a real estate group essentially, and I was helping facilitate all of the sales through that wholesale company that I was telling you earlier about. And I was like, okay, why am I giving all my money to other people when I could take majority of it and help other people, but still take a bigger, check, I guess you would say, a referral fee. And so I started to partner with someone that's like does $30 million a year. She's incredible. And I was like, hey, if I give you these referrals. Locally?
Wow.
She's amazing.
Wow.
If
That's
I
only
give you
3 houses here in Boise. So that's
no, she does a lot, but she has a team and she's structured her business. I mean, like it's like clockwork. And so I've watched her from afar for a bit, and I was like, okay, so now I'm going to have all these referrals. I have like 21 listings that will be coming up. Can you help facilitate some of these if I learn from you and use your systems? And so I took the leap of faith, and I'm going to do it on my own and help. She's going to help facilitate some of that, but I'm going to learn from her. But
how scary was that to ask that question to someone that you know is successful?
It was hard. It took me about a good month and a half to get, the guts up to be like, hey, I have this. Can you please help me learn and grow? And can I use your systems and all the things that she currently has? And she was great. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I have the capacity. I just hired another person. I'll show you all the systems I use, all the platforms, how I run and operate my business. And I mean, she's extremely successful. And so she's so down to earth. And I don't know why I was so scared.
So I was going to ask, what held you back for a month from asking that?
The fear of losing potential opportunity, because I have a team currently right now that I was facilitating all those listings through because I couldn't manage it on my own. And then transitioning to myself and me potentially failing. You know what I mean?
like having to build a team.
Yeah. I'm not very, like I said, I'm not eloquent.
No, you're
I can convey what's in my brain. I mean,
No, we got it.
but yeah, essentially building.
Host is on it.
Thanks, Connor.
But building a team on their own,
Yeah.
like on my own, and trying to manage and operate that while having another full-time job doing my other side of the real estate. But I'm hit the ground running. Already have the first listing. She's going to show me how her business works, and hopefully I can at some point help and give that back to someone else later on.
So what would be the one thing if someone young is wanting to get in real estate and they want those $1 million homes?
I want Braxton to come in.
So what's
Right when he's 18.
what's the word of advice you would give them to really keep them like understanding that, hey, this is doable, but
Mentorship. Absolutely.
But what if people say it's a waste of time and money and all that stuff to have a mentor?
Which is crazy. I kind of used to think that until I got into something where I knew nothing about. Like, the contracts are insane. You could get sued personally, liability. I mean, like, it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, you're selling someone's dream. You're helping someone buy a dream. All the core memories, all those things. There's so much that goes on in the background because most people get in. Okay, hey, I'm going to sell a house. Okay, you have to have a whole entire business and operations to do that. And people, I don't think, understand when they come into real estate, like, hey, this is a business. You're just not selling one thing here and there. Like, you have to have a business plan or you will fail. And so mentorship for sure, because like the structure of it is all over the place. Every deal is different. It's so dynamic, like never one in the same. And so just navigating through that, like, oh, this inspector had this, or there's mold or whatever, if I wouldn't know where to go or who to ask, you know what I mean? For any of those things. So just having someone that's been through it and has been successful is huge.
So talking about mentorship, you guys have 3 kids all kind of older age, right? So they're all coming to the point where they got to kind of figure out what they're going to do with their careers, lives, whatever. Yeah. How do you guys feel about like college versus
Don't
like,
care.
So just rather like, let's get them into a trade or a field or whatever it is. Or,
whatever they want to do, man.
What do you say? Like a functioning person in society. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're contributing to society, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, if you want to go to school, you want to go and do, our youngest, she wants to go out and, she wants to be a veterinarian. It's like, okay, go to school and go be a veterinarian.
She'll have to go to college for that.
Yeah, if you want to go be
that's fine.
A pilot, go to flight school. If you want to go be a dentist, go to, dental school, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we don't have any. It's like, hey, you've got to go and do this. Like,
our oldest
go this direction.
100% going to be an entrepreneur because he has been from the beginning. Like, he'll buy candy, wholesale it. To people at school, he'll make stress balls and sell them at school. Soda, like anything that you can think. Gum.
Yeah, gum's another big one.
Like, he'll just make hundreds of dollars in a year just selling random things at school.
That's awesome.
He's always been an entrepreneur.
A little hustler.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And he's always wanted a job. He's had a job since he's 14. So yeah, if he wants to go to college, cool. If he doesn't, cool. As long as you're not sitting at home and watching YouTube, I don't care.
Did you ever sell stuff when you were in school?
No.
Dude, I was such an introvert when I was a kid, dude. I went to 2 years of preschool because I was so afraid of people.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I didn't know they held
He
you back.
still isn't.
Yeah. They're like, this kid, man.
It's like as soon as you put a mic in front of him, he's like, I'm an extrovert all of a sudden. Take the mic away. I'm an introvert.
Dude.
No,
100%.
I got suspended 4 times in my 12 years of school. Twice for depantsing a friend, and once for throwing toilet paper at the band director because I thought he was crying, and then the other time was because I was loud and obnoxious at a sporting event. And
I was very loud and in your face type of person. Still am.
Yeah,
so funny.
we got in trouble for like a big wrestling fan back in the day. So the DX kind of.
Oh yeah, bad idea. Yeah.
You remember when like burning CDs was a big thing? Mm-hmm. That's what I used to do. I'd have like this list, and I'd be like, "Hey, you get to pick 12 songs, like $10 a CD. What do you want?" I had like a list of like 100.
So you were competing with that company. What was that company?
I was
no.
You were Napster.
No. That CD company. Big.
Yeah.
I think it was big, like the big records where you'd have like that booklet of CDs, and you'd buy like 50 CDs at like $2 a pop.
That's where a lot of my CDs came from. So I would rip them
steal it, and then you steal it again.
You tactfully acquired. You don't steal. You tactfully acquired.
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations doesn't exist anymore.
anymore. I didn't use Napster as LimeWire. I had so many.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Sorry,
LimeWire. Oh jeez.
No kidding.
It wasn't because of the websites that was on. It's because of LimeWire. I swear.
I mean, LimeWire. You never know what you're going to.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like a grab bag. You didn't know if you were going to get a Twix or a Razor Blade. It was a fun adventure every time.
So then, same question to you, Connor. So with your trials and tribulations on business ownership, especially with your kids coming up, what is the one piece of advice you'd want to give your kids or anybody listening who wants to get into owning a business?
Yeah, just realizing that it's going to be, like we talked about, it's not going to be linear. It's going to take a lot more work than you ever would think or realize, and a lot more time than you'd ever think and realize, and a lot more than a lot of the consultants and the gurus, like we were talking about earlier, want to lead you to believe. It's all the 3 months, 6 months, and a year, whatever. But I mean, you guys, clear example. It's like we're not even going to like worry about something until a year down the road. And then we'll look at our metrics for the podcast. Then we'll readjust and reevaluate or whatever that looks like. So just knowing, understanding now how much it is really going to take. And yeah, absolutely getting somebody in your corner as far as mentorship goes.
Even bounce ideas off of anything.
Yeah, that you can vent to, that you can talk to, who's gone on a similar path, if not the exact path that you want to go. Because there's a lot of fundamentals in business and in life and all those things, which is great. But unless it's somebody who's gone through a very similar, if not the same trajectory as you, there's a lot of things that can get lost in either translation or work in certain industries and not in others, whatever that might look like. And then the other thing too is, I mean, finding an amazing partner, right? Finding somebody that you can go out there and crush things with and not have to worry about
the support systems.
Yeah. Having those good, healthy relationships in your life and not having these just time sucks and emotional stress and all these different things that come along with those bad eggs that are really easy to let in your circle. Mm-hmm. If you can really hold the line and have good, valuable relationships in your life with your friends, your family, your employees, the people you work with, those different things, super, super important. So those are, it's a number of things, but I think with those things, it's definitely a recipe for success, and don't quit, man.
Cool.
I like it. It's like a selfish plug for my industry, and I appreciate you guys. I really do.
So speaking of selfish plugs, go ahead and tell us about the gutter business. What's the name of it? Give us a plug.
Yeah. No, so our business is called R&S Rain Gutters. We're just here in the Treasure Valley, servicing Boise, Meridian, surrounding areas, like Parma, Mountain Home, Twin Falls. We'll go to Garden Valley, some of those places too. So we'll go anywhere within proximity, driving distance here from the Boise area. We do all the new installs and repairs, services, all the different things. How do people find you? You can go to rsraingutters.com. Okay. You can call us at 208-941-1118. As well. So yeah, look us up, do great work, focused on quality, again, focused on people. Just one of our mottos, I haven't put it anywhere, but I need to get a plaque or something. We're always just talking about doing great work with great people. And that's just who we are to the core. So
we got a great sign guy that can make that for you.
There we go.
I would love to make that connection for you guys.
Looks good.
What about your podcast? How can they follow you or listen to you to get more advice?
Yeah, on the self-storage side, if anybody's interested in self-storage, I know there's a lot of folks out there. You can go to selfstorageincome.com and all of that stuff will be in there. You can see the podcast. You can see our live events that we got going on. We've got one coming up here in just a couple of weeks. I'm not sure when this podcast is coming out, but got a live event going on over in Oregon. What's at Sun River Resort. It's the 16th through the 19th.
Sun River over in Bend?
Yep, oh, exactly.
Cool. Yeah,
so
right. Nice. I love that place.
Dude, I've never been there. I heard about it and I was like, Bend, really?
Oh, Lapine honestly is my favorite.
Sun River area is so. When's the last time you've been up there?
3 years.
It's okay. Yeah, Sun River's so nice up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, never been, dude. So
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic platform. A lot of great
hippies now. No, that's okay.
Is it?
Just kidding.
I'll have to wear my repellent.
It's working.
You better wear your garment. It's okay.
Danielle, where can everyone find you?
Well, on Instagram, if you want to follow me, I am Danielle Clyde. I just started actually my website since I decided to take a leap of faith in myself and kind of go on my own. It's realestatebydannyclyde.com. If you need a real estate agent, 208-409-7945.
Nice.
But yeah, so I do residential and a little commercial. So
cool.
Fantastic.
Well, this was fantastic. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys' time. Thanks so much for having us.
This is awesome.
Been great.
Not as scary as you thought, huh?
Yeah, yes.
Just a normal conversation.
I feel like my brain moves faster than my mouth sometimes. So I'm just like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so it says.
That works.
Thank you for listening to the Synergy Code podcast. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow us on all platforms. To stay up to date with all things Synergy Code, follow us at the Synergy Code Pod on social media.